Number 22 is another number from the GCSE past paper June 2017 2H. This is a calculator paper, and we have here a sequence, 5 terms of a sequence. The first 5 terms of a sequence, they are 4, 11, 22, 37, 56. Find an expression in terms of n for the nth term of this sequence. So they didn't mention what's the kind of the sequence. We start, in order to know which kind we have, we start by subtracting the 2 consecutive terms. So if 11 minus, let us start with 11 minus 4 is 7, 22 minus 11 is 11, 37 minus 22 is 15, and 56 minus 37 is 19. Now, if this was an arithmetic sequence, we should have these numbers all constant, the same number, and which means that it's a common difference. We call it the common difference D. But as you see, we don't have the same common difference. Therefore, let us do another, let us subtract one more time. So 11 minus 7 is 4, 15 minus 11 is 4, and 19 minus 15 is 4. So therefore we have a constant difference when we did the second difference, or when we subtracted this for the second time. So since we have the same common difference, we conclude that this is a quadratic sequence. And a quadratic sequence has a general form of an squared plus bn plus c. And now we're going to find the value for a, the value for b, and the value for c. To start with the value of a, we take the 4 and we divide it by 2, which is equal to 2. So 2 is a. Therefore, 2n squared is the first term of the sequence. So 2 represents the coefficient of n squared, which is a. Then we need to do a table in order to find the other 2 coefficients, the b and the constant. B is the coefficient of n and c is the constant. So we start by writing the sequence as it's given to us. Then we write, we start to calculate 2n squared. We know that the first term is called u1, so second term is called u2, and the third term is u3, and u4, and u5. What do we mean by un? Un is the general term of the sequence. So if we want to start finding this n, we start with n equals 1. Why is it n equals 1? Or you can start with n equals 0. But now we're going to start with n equals 1. Why should we start with n equals 1? Because the first term is 1. And the second term has the place 2. And the third term has the place 3. So n, this n belongs to the natural set, which is n to the natural or whole numbers that are the positive whole numbers, set n. Now, why didn't I mention n0? We will take this one, take the condition or when it's n0 later in coming exercises. So this is why you can see there is an n equals 1. We start with n equals 1 here. So when n is equal to 1, you replace it in 2n squared, and the answer would be 2 times 1 squared, and this is equal to 2. So you write 2 here. Then when n is equal to 2, 2 times 2 squared, which is equal to 8, because 2 times 4 is 8, so you write 8 here, and you keep on continuing until the 5th term. After that, we subtract the sequence from 2n squared. So 4 minus 2 is 2, and 11 minus 8 is 3, 22 minus 18 is 4, and so on. Now, since these numbers are not the same, therefore we have to do one more step. This step is going to be subtracting consecutive terms or consecutive answers that we have here. So 3 minus 2 is plus 1. 4 minus 3 is plus 1 or 1. 5 minus 4. And 6 minus 5. Now, since we have the same difference all over here, then we are going to conclude that B is equal to 1. So now we found 2 and we found B, we found A and we found B, therefore we need to find C. So see, since we are subtracting 3 minus 2, 4 minus 3, we have to subtract 2 minus x. This is a number, and this number represents the constant C. So the common difference should be plus 1. What should the number x here, or constant C, what should it be, so that when you subtract 2 minus C, you get 1? It's going to be, or you can say that 2 minus 1, you get C. It doesn't matter the way that you think about it. So 2 minus 1 is 1. So C is going to be 1. So now let us replace all of these coefficients. Replacing them, you will have A equals 2. So A n squared plus B equals 1. Bn plus C, which is equal to 1 also. So this is the general, this is the nth term of the sequence. In terms of n, these are the nth terms of the sequence. Un is equal to 2n squared plus 1n plus 1. So what does this represent actually? Let me explain to you what does it represent. So when n is 1, so the first term, n is going to be, the place of n is 1, or the value of n is 1, when u1 is the first term. So it's 2 times 1 squared plus 1 plus 1, and the answer should be the same as we've got here, which is the first term, which is 4. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4. Let's choose u4. This is equal to 2 into 4 squared plus 4 plus 1. So 4 squared is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. 32 plus 5 is 37. Therefore, this is 37, and this here, your term, which is the fourth term in the given sequence, is 37. So we are actually finding the general form of that we can use. This is the general form that we can use when we have the values of n to find the terms of the sequence given to us.